Highlands hiking trail, the LHHT, at the Route 30 shelters right now. So we reserved shelter number 2 and 3. I'll be in 2 tonight with Mario and Saucy. Over here in 3, we got Smokey, High Pants, and Agent K and Lost and Found. So yeah, it is extremely cold. It's 24 right now, and the wind is just whipping through here. So yeah, I got to get my gloves on real quick here and go get more firewood. Somebody left us some wood, so we're good there. I'm gonna get more wood, and Saucy he'll be bringing doors when he gets here for the shelter. Well, it's a little bit after 9 p.m. and there's a fire. We've already had our group hang out over here at the shelter. Mario and Saucy are getting more firewood. This is what we got going on over here. The doors are holding up. We got really strong winds going on. This door is not showing up too much. Got the down pants on, but yeah, everything's looking good over here. Yeah, that's the situation. It's extremely cold out right now. There are people to that side right now, over to the right, that are in tents. That is pretty hardcore right now. Look like about 2 people over there. I don't know why they're in a tent. There are people in a shelter over that way. There's 2 guys over there, shelter that way. And yeah, so there's at least 2 more shelters open. I don't know why people are tenting in this, unless they're really trying to you know, work on their skills or whatever. But yeah, to each his own, I guess. This will probably be the last video of the evening. Still working on drinks, and here comes more firewood. It's a little after 9 in the morning, and I had a little too much Fireball. But anyways, at least we stayed in the shelters, because it got down to 13.5 degrees according to Saucy's got the thing hanging out here, 13.5 degrees last night, and these people slept in hammocks over here last night. I was glad to have a shelter. So the plan today is we got about I don't know, a 9-ish mile hike over to the turnpike shelters, and oh man, it's bitter cold out here. I got to get back next to this fire. I got to get next to this fire again. We are pretty much a mile into things right now. It's almost 10 o'clock. And we are in this section of really nice boulders. Show you, spin you around here. See if I can get that really nice one behind me. Yeah, we got about a mile's worth of really nice big boulders like this coming up. And yeah, really nice, about 8 miles today. Really nice section of trail we're doing today. All right, we're getting into the rhododendron section. Really nice mile of trail here. There's the T-Rex head, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of a view over here, more than I can usually see when I'm coming through this section of trail. Time for song of the day. For this one, I'm gonna go with a Pittsburgh native, but I'm gonna go pretty old school on this one. I'm going with Stephen Foster, Beautiful Dreamer. Song of the day. Coming into Beam Rocks. I believe they are a 90-foot high cliff. You can see there's people up at the overlook. We are not going up to the overlook today. I've Been there, done that. So let's keep trekking on, and we're gonna take a break up here at Laurel Summit State Park, which is not too far from camp actually. Another decent view of the rocks, beam rocks. And there is a split in the trail. You can go to the top of the rocks over that way. But yeah, we're just going this way. Following yellow. Mile marker 39 is right down there in the woods. Just a few steps down there. But we're taking this real quick detour. We will be continuing on over there. This is probably about the 10th time I've been through this intersection. But we're taking a quick detour up here. It's like an old railroad bed or something. And Laurel Summit State Park is right up here. So Hot Pants and Maria both took their cars, left their cars up here, and we're going up to get water from their cars. They left the tailgate unlocked, I guess. We're getting water because the water at the campsite that we're going to is pretty iffy. I got 9.34 miles on the day, and we are at camp. This is the Turnpike shelters. We got 4, I mean, we're staying at 5 over here tonight. Camped here quite a few times. Nice communal fire pit out here, but not going to be making use of that. Get the doors up and go get some firewood and get things started. Morning of day 3. So you can hear all the ruckus up here, and they fit 4 people in that shelter right there. We had 3 of us in our shelter here, and so yeah, it was not a cloud in the sky last night. Stars as far as you could see. Anyways, last night, temperature wise, got down to 41 inside the shelter. I think those guys got up about 3 times to stoke the fire. And I slept all the way through the night. Except for there was an owl. 2 owls got something out right outside the shelter last night. Or this morning, I should say. It got to 26 degrees. We had a thermometer outside the shelter. Got to 26 degrees outside last night. Breakfast for today is breakfast on the trail. So I'm having a Rice Krispie treat bar. And I don't know if I ever showed you this, the dirt bag mocha, which is an instant Folgers and a carnation and milk chocolate. This is the bomb. Had some other campers come in pretty late last night. Stayed up in shelter, I believe it's shelter 2 up there on the hill, or one or 2. Not going to be much to film today. This is not going to be the most exciting one. But we're trying to get out of camp by 8. We'll see what happens. One of the things here about this campsite here at the Turnpike shelters, there is a water pump up there, but it's the worst water pump. Well, second worst water pump on this entire trail. Route 271 water pump doesn't even work. This one up here, it just spews out nothing but rusty water. There is a spring up there over to the right towards shelter 3. It's all right. This little stream here is not always running. I was able to get water out of this last night. But yeah, I think the last time I came in here, I carried water in with me just to be on the safe side. But, yeah, that's the water situation here. I just took the short walk over to the spring, and yeah, it is running. Last night I did not have any liquor, but the night before I did have a little bit too much liquor. So we got Mike, Saucy, whatever trail name he's going by today. He's going to tell the story of my night, my two incidents that were memorable from the other night. Let me get him on camera. Okay, so you got 2 stories of what my night was.
It wasn't too obvious at first, but we had a large log eject out of the fireplace that was shot out of a cannon and attacked us. It actually almost jumped up onto the platform. Both jumped back, burned my pants, and then this guy disappears. Like, where the hell did he go? He comes back, and I said, "Are you okay?" Because he was gone for a while. Thought he was either throwing up or I don't know what he was doing. And And I said, "Do you have any burns in your pants?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "The big log, the one that like burned a hole in my pants." And he's like, "It was just a little log. It was like this big and about that big around." He said, "No, it's just a little." Okay, so at this point we're thinking, okay, he's 2 sheets to the wind.
Oh, and real quick, yeah, I did
Yeah.
get a
Oh, yeah, he
brand new
did
burn
burn his-
mark in my shoe.
Yeah, we realized that the next morning, actually. And then about 2:30 in the morning, we both woke up at the same time. I had my shoes next to me between us, and he had his shoes towards the door at the head. And he's like trying to put my shoe on. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't find my other shoe." I'm like, "Yeah, your shoes are up here." And it's like it didn't even register in his brain. And I said, "My other shoe's here." And he grabs my other shoe and starts putting my size 10s on his size 12 feet, which I don't quite know how that happened. So when I said, "Those are my shoes," it didn't even register. It was like nobody was home. So then he comes back, and I'm like, "All right, well, guess my shoes are good and stretched. My new shoes are good and stretched out now." So yeah, none of this rang any bells. He was asking me the same questions Saturday morning as he did Friday night. So yeah,
So
it's probably a good idea to not drink Saturday night.
yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
good call on my
Yeah,
part.
definitely.
A nice little break spot here, benches, good water source. Absolutely beautiful day for a hike. Let's see what we got temperature wise. Yeah, 56 degrees. Middle of February. Got a nice wide bridge here. Finally saw our first other people of the day. We came from the left over there, obviously, except for Jamie. She went on the summit trail. Last section, coming into the big boulders up here, and yeah, I just have to film them every time I come through. Really cool. All right, we got the double bridge crossing. The parking lot is within earshot now. Coming up to the parking lot. And I figured I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to do too much filming on this trip. Out of the entire 70-mile long LHHT, this is probably the section I've done the most. I filmed all the good stuff anyways before. Anyways, it was almost a tale of 2 trips. Temperature wise, it's 63 degrees right now. The overnight low last night was I think 26 outside, and that was the warmer of the 2 nights. And yeah, I worked up a bit of a sweat today. This trail, or this section of the trail I should say, is relatively easy. In fact, the entire Laurel Highlands trail was pretty easy, except for the northern 3 miles and then the southern 8 miles. Pretty hilly. But speaking of hills, a little bit of a walk uphill to the parking lot, but nothing too difficult. I think that's all I got for this one. So yeah, until the next trip next month. Until then, that's it. Thanks for watching.